Okay, thank you so much for everybody being here today. Actually, it's nice and sunny. Beautiful day here in Woonsocket. And welcome to our Woonsocket Vaccination Blitz. I'm glad to be here in Woonsocket this morning. As many of you heard me say, this is always considered to be my second home, having a business here for over 30 years and meeting the people face to face in the city of Woonsocket, including our mayor over that period of time, and her uncle, who was a former mayor as well. So we want to make sure that we're touching all the bases, and today we are here and happy to be here in Woonsocket. It's one of our communities that has one of the lowest COVID-19 vaccination rates, and you know that we're on a mission to vaccinate every eligible adult in the state of Rhode Island. So I'm happy to be here with the mayor and community partners from across the area to talk to people, answer questions, and also people that are in my office that are here that are out to make sure that we hit the teams going door to door simultaneously at 66 Moran Heights and 2 Burden Boulevard, and their pop-up clinics set at both these locations. And we know how important accessibility and convenience are big factors for many people when it comes to getting that shot. While vaccines are people's personal choice, we also know that they help us keep our community safer, our families safer, and they are key to helping us restore our economy and also reopening our schools safely. Please, if you haven't already, get a vaccine today. Both pop-up vaccination sites will start at 10:30 this morning and run through 12:30. So come on down and get vaccinated if you're living in Woonsocket, or if you want to just visit this great community. We're open to vaccinate people around the state of Rhode Island, or people that work in the state of Rhode Island as well. So people can choose from a 2-shot series of Pfizer, or they can specifically ask for a 1-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine today. You don't need an appointment. You don't have to show an ID. You don't need to have insurance. We're making this very easy, accessible, and that's why we have our feet on the ground here, right here in Woonsocket. And then thanks to the generous donations by the Center for the Southeast Asians and the Elijah Project, we will be giving out large boxes of groceries and food to anyone in need. So thank you, Shanavi. You're in Shanavi. Okay. Thank you. And to the Elijah Project as well. Our friends at Duncan have also chipped in some coffee and some munchkins and an amazing volunteers and the first people to come down and get vaccinated. And there are a lot of people and organizations that made this possible, so bear with me, but everybody is important that is actually creating this energy and to make sure this happens. I do want to point out that Tom McCarthy's here as well. Tom, raise your hand over there. Our National Guard, our mayor, our Woonsocket Fire Chief. The chief has been a champion in this effort, and I've been happy to visit the sites up at Park Square with them early on in the vaccination efforts where you partnered in with North Smithfield, so thank you. Bishop Gonzalez, Shanavi, the Woonsocket Health Equity Zone and Program Leader Tamara Berman and their volunteers, the Woonsocket Housing Authority, Director Bob Morrow, Thundermist CEO Jean LaChance. Thank you, Jean, for doing the Boys and Girls Club vaccination site a few weeks back. Rhode Island Department of Health and DMAT teams, and all our community volunteers. It's important that we get people vaccinated. We're keeping our eye on the Delta variant that we know is already in Rhode Island. And communities that have a low vaccination rate, they are more at risk than anywhere else. The vaccine takes away that risk, and we want to make sure that everybody gets vaccinated, not only here in Woonsocket, but also the entire Ocean State. So let's vaccinate the Ocean State. I'll have a few citations that I'll present later. The Woonsocket Fire, the Woonsocket Housing Authority, Thundermist, Woonsocket Health Equity Zone, Elijah Project, Center for Southeast Asians, and Graphics Inc., the local company that made these wonderful blue shirts that I'm wearing today, and the mayor's proudly wearing as well. It's important to look like a team, and we are certainly one team today. Thank you all for coming here today. I appreciate it. And now I'll turn it over to our leader here in the city of Woonsocket, Mayor Baldelli Hunt. Thank you, Lisa.
So speaking of a champion, this is a champion right here. Governor McKee is a champion. So I can tell you that we are extremely fortunate in the state of Rhode Island and in the city of Woonsocket to have a governor who cares so much about our community. He has been addressing our needs from the time he stepped in as governor. He continues to do that. It's evident by him being here today, bringing this great team with him. This is a huge undertaking. And we're going to hit the ground running today, and that's all with the leadership of Governor McKee and his team. In addition to this champion and his team of champions, the city of Woonsocket has a team of champions too. And he mentioned Chief Paul Chatraw, who has been our point person throughout this entire pandemic, has done a phenomenal job leading us over the last year and a half through this and continuing to do so. But alongside our fire chief is our local team of champions, which is our firefighters and our police officers. And I want all of our men in blue, which is everybody, police and fire, right here, right now, because I want everyone to see. Let's go. These are the men and women who have been hitting the ground in Woonsocket. Lieutenant, come on up. Hitting the ground in Woonsocket since we've been affected by this pandemic. And they have been working tirelessly over the last year and a half to get the message out, to keep people safe, to let them know that it's okay to get vaccinated if they're comfortable with it. We understand we're an urban community. We have areas that are tightly knit, like the reason we're here today, and the governor felt it was important for us to come to Morin Heights and to Bordon Boulevard. The families here live tightly knit, multi-generational. It's easy for COVID to spread, and we need to make certain that everyone understands that it's okay to get vaccinated if you're comfortable with it. We're here, it's convenient, and the team that the governor has put together, which brings Spanish-speaking individuals to help communicate, to ease the worry of the potential vaccination, they're here today too. That's important to us. We want to make sure everyone knows everyone counts, and we're here for you. So again, thank you to the governor and his team. We're here to work side by side in partnership with you, and thank you to the public safety officials from the city of Woonsocket, because you're getting the job done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Let's get to work. The work continues.
Okay, and I have the pleasure now to introduce to you our fire chief, Chief Paul Chatraw.
Good morning, and thank you all for coming. Our sincere thanks to the governor, the Department of Health, and all the community partners that are here today. This is extremely important for us to hit the ground running, to increase our vaccination rate. Our mission is to get as many shots in arms as we possibly can and finally eradicate this pandemic. This is another example of all of the team players in the city of Woonsocket, from Thunder Mist to the Department of Health, to Landmark Medical Center, to police, fire, to the Lieutenant Colonel Carroll from the National Guard, who's all been collaborating for the end goal. And the end goal, like I said, is to get as many shots in arms as we possibly can. This is another example as to how the vaccination is being brought to the people so that we can be successful in our goal. So thank you all for attending, and thank you everybody very much for participating. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Woonsocket Housing Authority Director Bob Morrow, who's been instrumental in coordinating vaccination clinics as well throughout the Housing Authority during this pandemic.
Thank you, Chief. Governor McKee, Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt, I would like to welcome you all here to the Woonsocket Housing Authority. It's my pleasure to have you all here today to help promote the importance of getting the COVID-19 vaccine. We have been working very hard to educate and vaccinate our residents. We are thankful for Governor McKee for bringing this clinic here to our community today. I know with everyone's help, we can make today a successful day and get more people vaccinated for everyone's safety. Thank you again for coming and helping to keep our residents safe. And I would also like to thank the staff here at the Woonsocket Housing Authority for getting everything ready today. They're right standing over there. They put in a lot of work. The community hall is where the vaccines will take place. They set it all up, and I just have to say thank you to all of them. Thank you everyone for coming to the Woonsocket Housing Authority, and I welcome you.
All right, next in line, Jean LaChance, Thundermist, CEO.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting us be part of this event today. Thundermist, as you know, we're right downtown here, and we're trying to collaborate with anybody and everybody to get vaccines in arms, just like this whole team here is doing. So I really appreciate being part of this. In fact, right now, while this is happening, we're actually over in the high school and the middle school and getting vaccines in arms. So we're already doing that, and we'll be back again in 4 weeks to make sure that we follow up on that. And thank you for the superintendent of schools and collaborating with us. It really was a short order, and turnaround was quick to make sure that we got in before the kids went out for summer. So we'll be back in 4 weeks. Behind me, we're doubling up on our efforts. We've always been in the community, but we've doubled up and we've hired in a COVID vaccine manager and peer navigators. And as we were just talking about, we've got to get the information out there and the hesitancy and get this percentage up. And we made sure we have Spanish-speaking and Portuguese-speaking staff to be able to connect and really just get the information out there. And lastly, anybody, if you have any questions, please call us, call your primary care, whether it's Thundermist or not, ask that question. And we're just trying to get the facts out there so we can get over any misinformation and make hopefully a good choice to get our vaccines in the arms and get that percentage up so everyone is protected. So thank you so much for having me here, and I appreciate being part of it, and I really appreciate your efforts.
Well, thank you, Director. Center of Southeast Asians, my buddy Shinabi, come on up and say a few words, please.
Thank you, Governor.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Governor. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It takes a village to do this. We need all of you. We need all the different languages. We need everybody to step up. This is not just our issues. This is our state issues. Let's get the shots in the arm of everyone. Thank you.
Tamara, please come up, the Woonsocket Health Equity Zone Project Manager. Tamara Berman, please come on up. Thank you.
Thank you. So the Woonsocket Health Equity Zone is a group of resident advisors, community organizations, and community leaders that all work together to improve the health and quality of life for people in Woonsocket with the people of Woonsocket. So throughout the COVID-19 crisis, the Woonsocket has had the privilege of connecting directly with Woonsocket residents and elevating their most pressing needs and challenges to our partners at the Governor's Office and the Rhode Island Department of Health. Partnership has been vital to bringing critical resources to Woonsocket, and the HEDS looks forward to playing an active role in the COVID-19 recovery effort, ensuring plans are equity-focused and community-led in order to build a more just, resilient Woonsocket in the wake of the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you. And then finally, Bishop Gonzalez, please come on up. It's so important to have all our community leaders be speaking out today, so thank you for being here, Bishop.
Thank you, Ben.
Buenos días. All right now. Estamos muy contentos de poder estar aquí. La gente latina de Woonsocket diciendo presente y diciendo que somos gente que nos importa la comunidad. Y quiero estimular a cada persona que me esté mirando y escuchando, quizás en su casa, antes de que nosotros vayamos a tocaran la puerta, por favor, ábrenos la puerta. Queremos saludarles y les tenemos un mensaje importante. Para poder proteger a esta comunidad y la comunidad aún mayor, es importante que se vacunen. Yo sé que hay gente que tiene miedo. Yo sé que hay gente que no quiere que el gobierno le diga qué es lo que tiene que hacer. Pero yo les digo que con amor, por favor, piense en su hermano, piense en su abuelita, piense en su familia. Es tiempo de vacunar. Aquí en Woonsocket nosotros necesitamos hacer más, recibir más vacunas para poder estar seguros en nuestra ciudad. I'm so grateful that we can be here. I'm the police chaplain for the city of Woonsocket. I pastor Vida Church here in Woonsocket, and the mayor's my friend. And I'm really glad that we can be here today. It's so important. I am touched, really touched, to see this effort today here in Morin Heights. So many of my friends, family members, and some of my congregants live right here. And to see this effort really is a touching expression of love and care and concern. And it really is something special. I want to read something to you from my favorite book, the Bible. It says like this: "Yet you have made him lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor. You have given him dominion over the work of your hands." We have dominion, which means we have responsibility. I ask each and every person that is on the line considering this vaccine, it is your responsibility to keep our neighborhood, your family safe. Thank you so much. May God bless you.